Welcome back, everybody. Another video here on restoring this GTX Limited. This video is all about the hood and the plastic and how to restore that plastic and bring it back to new condition like you see here. So I've already done this and it's pretty much perfect now. I'm very happy with how that turned out. I use linseed oil on this. I'm going to show you how to do that. We're basically going to sand it down and we're going to put linseed oil on it. That's the preferred method by a lot of us because the other thing you can do aside from painting it is heat it with a torch. Kind of melts the outside of the plastic, but you know, there's 3 different kinds of plastic here and they respond a little differently to something like that. And the bigger problem, though, is that when you heat it like that, you're baking the oil out of the plastic, and it leaves it in a brittle state. So at least that's the theory, and kind of makes sense to me. Whereas linseed oil, you're really putting the oil back into the plastic, which is a good thing. So that's what I did, and I'm real happy with how that turned out. And let's take a look at everything I had to do to get it to this point. So now what I'm going to do is every night I'm going up 2 or 3 gradients in sandpaper. And I'm going to polish it out. And we're going to bring back the redness to the top. Making progress, so we just did some 1500, smoothing it down. There's not much shiny here, right, because it's still just 1500, like that's what it looks like, but it's all very smooth. That's what the hood looks like. Well, I've decided to switch gears. I was going to polish this out with ordinary compound and car wax, and I actually did that on a little spot on the side of this. Here's a picture of what that looked like. But then I sanded back over that and removed the wax because I decided I was going to give this linseed oil another shot, having realized that, well, I've taken care of the problem and sanded off that outer sun damage layer on all these. So why not give the linseed oil another chance? That's what pretty much everybody recommends. And some advice from a guy that does plastics swears by it. So took his advice, and I just tried it at first on these, and they came out like brand new. Okay, so we've gone ahead and wiped on our linseed oil. It's actually linseed oil with about 10% of mineral spirits mixed in this little thing here with a little cotton rag. It's actually part of a t-shirt, but real easy. Just wipe on very smoothly. Doesn't have to be thick. You don't want it to be thick or it'll puddle and run. Just enough to bring out the shine and cover all the surfaces. Hood looks fantastic. The color is just popping. Mirrors. And then the top piece there came out real good too. Well, I let it sit for about 6 hours and then decided that it was too shiny. I had too much oil on it. It's going to take a long time to dry, and plus, especially on this hood part, I felt like it was going to give it a clear-coated look or even painted look, and that I didn't want that. So I went back over it with a cloth And it wasn't tacky or anything yet. It was still pretty oily, and I wiped off the excess oil to where it's just got a little bit of a, call it a kind of a greasy film to it, and that worked out great. It took off the shine a little bit, where now it's more of a sheen, and as you can see, it looks more like polished plastic now, which is really the look that I was going for in the first place. So I'm real happy with that. Glad I did that. I also went over these one time and just removed the excess shine and oil on those. So I think they look pretty good now. So I'm real happy with where this ended up, and I'm going to leave it just like that. But that is how you do it with linseed oil. No torch, no heat. Lot of sanding, but it's actually not as bad as it sounds, especially if you get a good stack of grades of sandpaper. I had everything from 320 up to 3000 wet sanding with a little bit of soap in the water. Actually went pretty quick. So hope this helps, and good luck on your ski. And thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next episode.